Good morning, hello, and welcome back to week 2. So this is my photo shoot prep series, and I am taking you basically through what I would say is a fast fat loss phase to get me ready for a last minute photo shoot that I decided to do, which is on the 21st of June, and we are currently 4 weeks away. And it is currently the 19th of May, so we've got about a month to go. It is half term, so it is the first week of half term. We've got 2 weeks holidays. There's a lot of different things going on between now and the photo shoot, so there's a lot of potential obstacles and struggles that could get in the way, that could put me off actually saying yes and doing it. But around here, we don't let things like that get in our way. We work around them, and I'm going to show you exactly how I will do that. So I have this morning got 2 very excited little boys. We have gone out for a walk, got about 4,000 steps in so far. My tag is 11 to 12 at the minute. So we've been out for a little walk this morning. I am about to go over to my mum's. I've got my check-ins to do for clients. Today's Monday, and I've prepped my lunch, my breakfast. So I'm going to have my breakfast when I get there. I will have my lunch, and then we've got Gusto coming today for our evening meals. So I'm going to chat through probably somehow, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to chat through. So last night I sat and planned my meals, popped what I could into my fitness pal ahead of time. I'm pretty sure we are dropping calories this week, so I'm going to show you basically what I'm having and how I'm staying as full as I possibly can be, because we know that hunger is inevitable in a fat loss phase. Not when you've got food in your mouth. Just eat it normally. We know that hunger is inevitable in a fat loss phase, so I'm going to try and keep that at bay as much as possible and show you how I do that. So yeah, let's go. My aim is to take you along the way. It is half term, which is a notoriously difficult time to... Oscar, no. Alfie, give me it here.
It's there.
Right, it's not a toy, okay? It is notoriously a difficult time for me to film anything because I'm super conscious that I don't want the boys on camera very much, but at the same time the reality is I am a mum of 2 boys. I've got a 4 and a 5-year-old, and I also run my own business, and a big part of me running my own business... You're not 5 years old. How old are you?
4.
Yeah, I said 4 and 5 years old. A big part of running your own business is showing people the behind the scenes of your life and who you are and what you do, and this is what I do. So anyway, I'm off now, I'm gonna go. I have just finished training in the gym. I normally get up a few days a week very early to come down to the gym to do my session, because otherwise it just gets put off and put off and put off, and I never get it done. So it can quite easily just get missed, or I'll skip one, and it's just not ideal. So make sure I get up early and go to the gym. I'm going to go home now. I'm going to make my breakfast. I've got one of Oscar's friends coming over who I'm looking after for the morning, which will be lovely. We're going to go out for a little walk to the park. We're going to go out for a little walk to the park, which will be nice. And I just got to prep my lunch and then my evening meal sorted. So our Gusto delivery came yesterday. Something that we have been doing for the last few months, actually, it's worked really well, is ordering from Gusto or HelloFresh. To be honest, whichever one's got a good deal on, I'm not going to lie. What I have found out recently is that when you are logging so the Gusto and HelloFresh meals are in the app MyFitnessPal, but you've got to search to make sure you've got the right options, the right calorie amount and protein amount. What I didn't realise when I had a close look at the recipe card was that the oils and the butter and anything else that you add into it is not counted within the calories on the recipe card, and I didn't know that. So now I do. So now what I'm going to do, how I'm going to work around that, is I'm going to go and add just like a tablespoon of like olive oil to whatever meals we have Gusto with. It's very annoying because that, like, a tablespoon of olive oil is like 120, 130 calories, and that's actually quite a big part of my calories. So yeah, very annoying, but we live and learn, and we know now, so we can do something about it. So yeah, so that's all sorted. Everything's already organised and prepped, thank God. So I just have to do it and just eat it, and that'll be fine. And yeah, that's it really. Nothing much else to report. It was super busy in the gym this morning, so I didn't get round to training and I didn't have very much time. So maybe next time, but we'll see what we get up to today. Well, I am just prepping my lunches for today, so I'm just doing a little bit of prep for today. I've already done quite a bit. I'm just doing the little details like getting my salad ready and things for lunch later on. So as always, I promised you I was going to take you through my week. I was going to take you through, I need to put the knife down because I'll just look like a psychopath. I was going to take you through what I'm eating this week, what I'm generally eating while I'm in this fat loss journey, while I'm in this photo shoot prep. And so this is me, this is what I'm here to do. We are currently on Wednesday. I have found that my cravings have shot up this week. I am due to come on my period, so this is very normal for me. And it's also not helped by the fact that I am over at my parents' a bit this week because they are looking after Alfie and Oscar for me while I'm trying to do some work. So that environment is just very like every 2 minutes I'm being offered like a biscuit and chocolate, and like it's just very challenging. It's a very challenging environment, and that's why it's super important for me there to be so prepared, like take my own food with me. They don't bat an eyelid, like they understand why. I've told them, I've communicated all of that with them. So it's just normal for me to be sorting myself out, cooking my own food and putting it together. Not that I have to cook very much because it doesn't take very long. But basically what I did at the start of this week was I just got a big pack of diced chicken from Aldi and portioned it out. Look, it's frozen. I portioned it out into like 6, I think, different portions, and maybe 5. And I've just frozen them raw because then I can defrost it and do what I want with it. I'm not like, one thing that I hate about meal prep is having to eat the same thing over and over and over again. Whereas if you just prep the ingredients, then I can have this with whatever I want. I have been having the same thing all week, but that fixation will change at some point and I'll have something different. So it's been peri chicken this week with rice and salad. Next week it might be teriyaki chicken, it might be satay chicken, it could be anything. But because I've got this prepped, I know what this is, I've put it in my fitness pal, and I can just change the recipe if I need to. So I can change the flavours, which makes it feel like there's more variety, but actually it's not that much different. So yeah, I've got my chicken, I'm just prepping my salad now. And that's very noisy, isn't it? Let me get my scales, one sec. This is such an underrated, people do not talk about this enough. And I know it's not the fun thing, it's not the exciting thing, but actually, when it comes to filling you up and curbing that hunger when you're on a diet, everyone focuses on protein, which is amazing, which yes, most people should be eating more protein, and it is possible to get 130, 140 grams of protein on probably about 1500 calories, 14, 15, 1600 calories. It is possible if you are smart with your choices. But what doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion, is you cannot just focus on protein and hope that will do the job on its own. You have got to make sure that you are filling yourself up with fruit and veg as well. And I said this to one of my clients the other day. I basically said, you want to be eating, so everyone says you're 5 a day, and for some people that's really hard to quantify. But you want to be eating probably about 400 to 500 grams of fruit and veg a day. Regardless of what it is, yes, you want to have as much colour in there as you can and as much variety. We should be aiming to eat 30 different plants per week. But the general idea is that you want to eat a lot of fruit and veg because it's low calorie and it's going to fill you up. It's full of fibre, it's full of water, and therefore it's going to help with your hydration as well. It'll help with your digestion. So you're not eating enough. Like a third to half of your plate should be fruit and veg. Stop like thinking like just one steam bag of bird's eye vegetables is enough. Like you need to make an actual effort with it. So yeah, that's my opinion. So I'm just prepping my salad now to take with me to my mum's. I do this every day, to be fair. I probably could do it more like I could do it more, like prep more salad, but it's not a hard thing for me to do, so I don't mind doing it. Gosh, my hay fever is so bad. I'm just gonna pop this in a box, literally cut it up and weigh it out so you've got enough. Like people are like, oh, you don't have to track your like these soft people who are like, oh, don't track the calories in your fruit and veg. Like, do it. Like, make sure you're getting enough, because actually you're probably not. And if you actually measured out the recommended like serving sizes, you'd probably really surprise yourself. So yeah, there we go. Right, that's my box of salad. So here I've got a prepped box of salad. There's about 200 grams of salad there. And then I'll just have that. I'll put some balsamic glaze on it with my chicken and my rice, and it'll be lovely. It's so yummy. It's such a nice meal. So that'll go in the fridge with my chicken, and that's my lunch prepped, because I just literally use microwave rice. Which one? This one? I literally use Aldi's microwave rice. Now, I'm not a massive microwave rice fan, but this lime and coriander one is so good. So that's more than my lunch later. I will also be having my oats soon, and basically what I've been doing with that is, so I've been having oats, egg whites, protein powder, a little drop of milk with water, frozen fruit and chocolate. And again, like, I'm changing the flavour of the protein powder, changing the fruit that I put on top of it, just to give it variety, because if you get bored, that's understandable, you're human. But it doesn't mean you have to reinvent the wheel with your meals. So I'll be having that, and then I've got a yoghurt planned, and then tonight we're having our gusto meal. So I think we've got like a pulled chicken and sweet potato chilli or something like that, which sounds really nice, can't wait. Something I did learn this week about gusto is that you have to put in any oils and butter that you use in the recipe that you add yourself. You have to add that too, because the calories that are on the card on the gusto meals do not include that stuff, and that is the stuff that really adds up if you miss it out. So I've learned that this week, which has been a lesson, because that's like 120 calories in itself, which is crazy. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to pack my bag now. I'm going to go and pick the boys up because they've been staying at their nana's, and yeah, I'll chat to you soon. It's Saturday morning at 6:30. It's got very cold, and it's rained last night for the first time in ages. I don't know what I'm going to do with the boys today, because normally we go out and we're out all day. Outdoors, probably. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Hopefully it stops raining and we can get out for the day, because I don't know about anyone else, but my kids, when they're inside, just turn absolutely feral, and they turn on each other, and then I'm just playing referee all day. So anyway, I'm going to go to the gym for the only probably bit of sanity I'm going to get all day. I'm going to train lower today, so I've got hip thrusts again, RDLs, step ups, leg curl, I think. Can't remember off the top of my head. No, that's probably wrong. This is why I have a coach, because she programs it for me, and I have to just go in, look at my program on my phone, and just do what I'm told, which is great because it's one less thing that I have to think about. That's why it's good to have a coach, just to clear that mental load of what the hell am I going to do in the gym. Anyway, I'm going to get off, otherwise I will never get it done, and I'll chat to you soon. Hello, I hope we are all well. I've just finished a PT session. I'm just on my way to the gym. It is 1:20 and I have not got time to go back home to have something to eat. I need to go to the gym and train upper, but I don't like going to the gym on a full stomach. So what I've been doing is I have been pushing my first meal of the day to lunchtime. Now this is not what I advise everyone to do. For some people this would be a freaking nightmare. It would not work very well at all. But for me, I am someone who I'm very busy in the morning, and I can look at the day and think, like I said in the last video, being hungry is inevitable and it is part of the process when it comes to dieting. It's going to happen, but what you sort of want to do is you want to look at the day and be like, when can I cope being hungry? Like when does being hungry not affect me? And for me, I can't be hungry on an evening. If I'm hungry on an evening, you best believe I will faceplant an entire packet of biscuits with a cup of tea and like a whole share bar of the Lindt, the bars of chocolate. They're doing extra creamy one. It's my favourite one. It's so good. And I could eat all of it in one go easily. And habits like that will come in 100%. So I cannot be hungry on an evening. So what I do is in the morning when I'm super busy and I'm going to the gym, I'm doing the school run, I'm getting bits from Aldi, I'm working, I can easily just push that meal back and make it later and later, and I'll normally have it around lunchtime, around like the earliest I'll have it is like 11 o'clock. It just depends what's been going on. So I've not actually, at the time of filming this, I've not actually had my breakfast yet, and I don't have time to go home and make breakfast and this, that and the other. So, and I didn't have time to take it with me to the gym this morning just because of the way the morning went. So here is what I've done. I have gone and got myself, and I'm going to eat this now before I go to the gym. I've got myself from Lidl a high protein milkshake drink. 35 grams of protein per bottle, 107 calories, and I've got myself, for the carbs and for the fun, an almond croissant, and that's about 303 calories. So for both meals, 410 calories, which is actually less than the breakfast that I would have planned, and probably the same amount of protein. So and it cost me like I got a bottle of water too, and it was like £2.20 something. So it'll give me everything I need for my workout, and then some, and then when I get back I can make my lunch and then have my dinner. So I just wanted to show you an example of like a breakfast on the go and what that can look like. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to be like, oh well fuck it, I'm gonna go to Greggs and get a bacon and sausage sandwich. It doesn't have to be like that. Like you can still eat on the go and hit your nutrition goals. It doesn't have to be like all or nothing, is my point basically. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym now. I'm gonna go train and I'll catch you later. So I'm just going to prep my salad for today, and I think something I wanted to just quickly chat about, hopefully quickly. With what I'm doing right now, I'm doing quite a fast fat loss phase, and I'm probably going probably a bit more aggressive than I would normally. I am being very mindful of something, especially with it being half term, something that you've got to be super careful of is you can plan and prep your meals, right? And you can be like, yeah, I'm like super organised, like I put all these meals in, they fit my calories, blah, 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 blah. And what mistake a lot of people make is that you have to track everything. You have to, you can't just be like, oh, I'll just eat this biscuit and it'll be fine. It won't be that much, it won't count. But it does though, it does count. And it will make a difference. It'll all add up across the week. And especially if you're very much like, oh, I'll just have a drink of this here and I'll have, I'll finish so-and-so's ice cream because I paid a frigging fortune for it and I don't want to waste it. How expensive are ice creams? What the hell? Especially if you buy one a day. You could easily spend 50 quid in just ice creams. Anyway, that is a different conversation. But you've got to make sure that you're really, really on it and not letting yourself off the hook really easily when it comes to this stuff, and the little bits that you think don't count actually do count. And I'm sorry to say it, but there is probably times where you're going to have to say no to certain things, and you're going to have to, if your goal is that important to you, if you really want to get where you want to be, you're going to have to say no to certain things or accept the fact that it could potentially just slow you down. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But the thing with it is, like, if you're someone going into fat loss and thinking that variety is going to be happening and you have to change your foods all the time and you have to have different things so you don't get bored and all this, that and the other, like, with respect, you probably need to put that thought process in the bin a little bit, because it is going to be boring, it is going to be a bit, like, tedious, and you're probably going to have to push through, like, lack of motivation to get where you want to be and to do the things that don't feel fun and don't feel exciting, and yeah, and stop letting yourself off the hook.